shida ya mitambo, but we are here now. So we are going to get started. So welcome everybody. My name is Fred Gishuki, and I welcome you today to this health clinic, and we'll be discussing a very exciting topic about weight management. Fred's story is, I started this business a while back. I'm a hotelier by training. I studied in hotel management, and I was introduced to this concept by a pastor from South Africa who told me, Fred, there's something you can do part-time that can give you an extra income. So I joined Neolife because I wanted to make money, but I found other benefits. The first benefit I got is that my parents, who are struggling with pressure and ulcers, were sorted out by the Neolife products. And that gave me a lot of confidence about Neolife and what these products can do for us. So I went on and I started doing it as a business. I found it was giving me more money than my job. So I actually quit employment to do this business on a full-time basis. And that was very, very exciting. And I've been doing it full-time for several years now. And I can tell you, Neolife is an exciting business. If you want to travel, there's travel in here. If you want money, there's good money in Neolife. There are many benefits. If you want to empower other people, you can be able to do so with Neolife. But because of time and because we've spent a little bit of time, I'll quickly just go into the topic of the day and introduce our speaker of the day. Our speaker of the day is a lady that I truly respect. She's a lady who has been in the business for a long time. She has a PhD in Neolife. She's past having doubts about Neolife and about the Neolife products. She's an expert. I like referring to her as SAB. You'll get to know what SAB is as you go along. And she's going to talk to us about her journey and something that she has done, not theory, but she'll also educate us a lot about weight loss and how you can be able to manage your weight and live a longer, healthier life without the challenges that are associated with weight gain and all those problems. So without further ado, Maggie, karibu.
Thank you very much, Fred. I really appreciate that introduction. I tell people sometimes you're introduced and you're thinking they're talking about somebody else. If you were in the room, I would have to look back to see if it's me you're talking about. So welcome everybody on the call this afternoon. And like Fred said, my name is Margaret Amulavu, and I'll just introduce myself, tell you a little bit about myself. Before I got involved in what we are going to share this afternoon, I work for an international bank. And after working for that bank for 8.5 years, I chose to resign. And I resigned because I came home one day and our son was 3 years, said, Mommy, these days you don't come home. And that really bothered me and concerned me because I thought this young man actually thinks his mother doesn't come home. And it was true. He had not seen me for 3 days. I was in the bank at a time of transition when we were moving from manual records to computer. I saw for myself working from 8 in the morning up to midnight, and they made it comfortable. They would buy a supper, get a taxi to drop you home. And so it was comfortable. It was a very difficult decision to make for me. But when I saw how distressed my son was, I just decided no. After getting our second child, I decided that I am going to leave the bank. And I didn't consult anybody, including my husband. I was so made up my mind, and I knew if I talk to anybody, they're going to discourage me, but I knew I must leave. And so one day at 3 p.m., 31st of October, 1996, I sat on my desk, actually 30th September, 1996, wrote my resignation letter, took it to the human resource, they stamped and accepted it. And I went to my husband's office and I told him I have left work and from today you're going to be a breadwinner. And one of the things I never regret for having worked in the bank is because I got a husband. I think I went to the bank to get a husband. And I want to say he's a good husband because a normal man would have thrown me out because I didn't give him any notice. And whatever decision I made was going to interfere with our family, finances, and everything. And that's how I left the bank. And secondly, I was also concerned because I come from a very mixed background. My father is Kenyan and my mother is a Malawian. Then I'm married to somebody in Western Kenya. And I just thought my in-laws would think I'm as mixed up in my life as I am in my background. And that was my second reason why I had to leave the job. And so this business found me at home. A year after, I was a very frustrated person because my husband found me working. I was used to having my own money, making certain decisions, clothes to buy, a salon to go to, things that I could do, change a meal. And now 1 year down the line, I was not just able to do it. And so for me, that was distressful. And so I was looking for something to do when this business was introduced to me. A lady I was working with in the bank was my neighbor. She was a friend, so I trusted her. I mean, I knew her. She was my neighbor. So one day she told me there's a business in town, and she made it comfortable for me, gave me a lift one evening, took me to town. And the day I listened to this business, I must say for a week, I lost sleep because I
Sorry, Maggie, you're breaking up a little bit.
Because I've never, yeah, so, okay. Am I back, Fred?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I must say that I was uncomfortable about selling because I never sold anything. I actually thought, and the family I grew up with, people who are going to jobs, so I'd never seen anybody do a business, and I felt I couldn't sell. I'd never even sold a pen, and so I told her, though I'll join, I don't know if I'm going to do it because I can't sell anything. And so 24 years down the line, I'm in it. I sell and I do everything. And one of the things I remember when I started off, my challenge, they had cleaning products. I had no problem with the cleaning products because I understood everybody cleans. They were good quality. They were effective. They did the job, and I was comfortable with the cleaning. The skincare products, I wasn't comfortable because I grew up in an era where people were applying things with mercury and the skin color was changing. They were getting kidney issues, cancer, and so I was not comfortable with the skincare. The health was worse. I just felt these health products are for a doctor. I'm not sick, so I don't need to use them and I don't need to understand them. But an experience I got 6 months after we joined this business, we got an unfortunate accident. And because I'd resigned after getting my second child, I lost that child in a car accident, a very bad one. And when I lost that child, it was difficult for me. There were days I didn't want to talk to anybody, didn't want to see anybody. I'll just sit in the house the whole day, not even eat. I didn't want to do anything. But I remember that the health products that said there's a stress program. And so I put myself on the stress program. And believe you me, the death of a child is not the birth of a child, and you cannot plan for it. I never got into depression. And for me, that was the starting point for this business and the healthcare products. And I decided I wanted to read and understand what was in these products that helped me, that despite such a difficult time, I didn't go into a depression. And that's how come today I'm still at it, because I believe that if I was not in this business, if I was in a normal job, I don't think I would have had my head sane. And because of that, I decided I was going to study these products and understand them. So every day at 4:30, I would wake up for 2 hours. My work was to read 3 products every day and write notes. And I want to believe that I've gotten very good at the product. So I didn't start where I've started. I took time, I committed, I read, I studied, I listened, I attended every possible training. I can count in my 24 years. If there's a training I qualify for, I would rather die on the way than miss it. So training is very key, and I want to believe that this business has made me who I am. I'm a more confident person. I talk with authority. I'm able to interact with people of different hierarchies in society. I'm not worried if somebody is a CEO, an MD with all the degrees. I'm able to communicate and articulate very, very effectively. In fact, one of my latest sessions I did with a research scientist who's based in Germany. And the person who was introducing her to me said, no, we need a doctor to talk to her because I don't think you can be able to do it. But after the session, she was amazed. And she said, you're even better than a doctor. And I'm glad you refused to call in a doctor, because I said I'm a trained person and I think I understand what I'm doing and I'm able to share. So that's a little bit about myself. And so I can go into our main session. Our main session today is on weight loss, or weight management for that matter. And I want to say that weight is a big issue. And many people, let me just go and share my screen. Yeah, I'll go and share my screen. Yeah, there we are. And so we are talking about that you need to become a healthy person by losing off excess weight. Actually, the program I'm going to talk to you, I'm not talking from things that I've had or things I have read about. Like Fred said, one of our principles is that you must use the product. So I have used these products. And in the last, like a year now, I shed off 15 kilos in like 6 months. And so for me, that was a great thing. It is proof that the products work. So you're very fortunate in that you're not in a trying thing. We already know that these products actually do work. So you're at a very advantage point that 24 years down the line, these products are still in Kenya, and 63 years down the line, this company is still international, and the products have never changed in quality, in performance. All the things they promised have come to pass. And I want to say that those of us who have been in the business those 20 years, Fred and I, and a group of us who are in the call, we have proved beyond a doubt that these products do work. So I want to say I have used all the Neolife products. If they launch a product today, if I don't buy it by that day, by the following day, I must have it in my hand. Because I believe what's not good enough for me, I should not share it with somebody else. And so I am very excited that I am sharing on these products, and that it is not something I'm just talking about, it is something that I've been through. And so I just want to go straight into the topic and say that health is your greatest wealth. And one of the things that have been there is that before about 50 years ago, they had said that by the year 2020, which for us was last year, that 3 out of every 4 people who die in the world will die out of what we call chronic diseases. Chronic diseases that are lifestyle-based, diseases that have to do with our diet and how we are living today. And so 2020 has come to pass, and now we're in 2021. And you can be sure that these are the diseases that are actually causing people to die. People are dying out of something. And I know you can relate with what is there on the screen. And the aim of this company is to reverse the trends of chronic diseases, because you and I can do something about it. And so we are saying that we need to live a healthy lifestyle, and your health depends on 3 things: exercise, diet, and rest. And I know people have no problem with exercise. You need to at least exercise 3 times a week, 15 to 20 minutes. You don't have to go to the gym. You can take 15, 20 minutes walk. You can climb up and down the stairs. You can take a skipping rope. Basically, we are saying that we know you have exercised if there's a change in heart rate and if you're sweating. If none of those 2 happen, then you have not exercised. The other thing is, of course, to rest. That's somebody exercising right there. The other thing is that you need to rest. And we are saying that for resting, you need at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day. If you're not sleeping 6 to 8 hours, there's some things, some functions that are not happening well in your body, including the fact that your metabolism system could actually be interfered with by weight. Actually, some people, by sleep, if you're not sleeping well, you could actually put on weight. And I know maybe that is news to you, that weight can actually be related to lack of sleep. And when you don't sleep well, you don't have good concentration, your judgment is not right. And then finally, of course, there's the food, that the food we take can make or break us. And I know we understand exercise and we understand rest, but we don't seem to understand food very well. And we are saying that diet and disease are relatives, they're related. What you eat or fail to eat can actually determine what you're going to come up with or suffer from. And so today we are going to educate you on the importance of actually being able to eat well. And so we are saying that my screen is not moving. Just give me 1 minute. I see what the
Click on enable editing.
Sorry?
Have you clicked on enable editing?
Or you've clicked on enable editing?
Are you able to?
I'm not able to move. I think it has stopped.
You're using the cursor or the?
I'm using the cursor.
Okay. Had you clicked on enable editing at the top?
No, I didn't. Okay, let's just go back. We see what's happening. It's actually totally immobile.
Can it go back?
I'm actually trying to go back. It won't even go back. Let me just see. I'm seeing something here. Let me just see. I don't know what could have happened. Okay. Let me see if I can go back totally.
So if it refuses, you can stop sharing, then you start sharing again.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let me just share again my screen.
Click on enable editing.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm back now. There are some dietary facts And we're just saying there's some facts that have come to light, and that 95% of us are eating food that lack nutrients. Somebody has said we are an overfed society, but undernourished. And then 75% of us are consuming foods that are incorrect. We know that we should not eat certain foods like soft drinks, fast foods, junk foods, but we are eating them deliberately. And this is how our health status looks like. When we are very newborns, if our life expectancy is 80, and this is how our health span looks like. Up to about 20, about 25, you're very vibrant. There's nothing you can do. You can be out the whole day. You have no health challenges. By the time you're getting to 35, 40, 45, you begin to get tired, and you can't quite tell you're just tired. And then as you move from 45 to the 60s, 70, 80, you're sick. And this is how our life goes. That red line just shows that we live our life going downwards. And so we are saying if you're only vibrant till about 25 and you're going to live up to 80, that means for the next 55 years, you're in the tired and sick zone. And that means you will not be very effective. If you understand, you'll understand that if you've got no energy, there is actually nothing you can do. You cannot even achieve the basic of your dreams. And so we are saying we need to do something. And we are saying that the problem is actually in our diet. If you look at that graph, we are saying that at the bottom, you need to do weight management or weight control and exercise. That is the first thing. So if you've got any health challenge, the first thing, if you've got weight, you need to get rid of it. Then 40% of your diet needs to be whole grains. That's why you eat chapati today, ugali tomorrow, and you're eating rice the next day. The 40% of our diet needs to be whole grain. Then 30% needs to be fruits and vegetables, different colored fruits and vegetables. Then 20% protein, and preferably, we prefer that you do red meat, not white. You do white meat, not red meat. Most of us eat the red meat. And then right at the top, we need to do only 10% of fats and sugars. Basically, anything that is refined in form of sugar should only be taken 10%, because all the foods we're eating along the way, all of them have got some sugar. And so you don't need a lot of the refined sugar. And then when it comes to water, you need to drink between 2 and 2.5 liters of water a day. That's about 8 to 8.5 glasses in a day. That is how we are supposed to be able to be eating. But what are we doing? This is how we are eating. 40% of our food is actually fats and sugar. Anything white you're eating, the body converts it into sugar. We used to call them in school simple sugar. So if you're eating anything white, white bread, white chapati, white ugali, anything that is refined becomes sugar in your system. Then as for protein, we are doing a lot of red meat. Red meat gives us acid. Fruits and vegetable, we say it's for sick people and children. In our situation here in Kenya, every hospital has got fruits and juices outside. We seem to understand that when people are unwell, we give them fruits and veggies, but when they come out, we go back to giving them what we shouldn't. And then when people see you eating whole grains, oh, they say you're sick, something is wrong, the doctor must have advised you. As for daily exercise and weight control, most of us have got no idea what that is. So I know that you resonate with that, and you know that is our typical diet. Now, not to talk of the fast foods that people are eating, they're convenient. You don't have dishes to wash. You don't have to cut up any vegetables. You don't have to light up fire. It's just so much easier. And then, of course, the microwaves, you just put something there, and in a few minutes, it's hot and ready. And so we are saying we've got a problem. And if we don't fix that problem, it is going to give us a lot of issues. And for us, we've got a Neolife solution. We are saying that your upside down pyramid with one of our products that we call ProVitality is going to turn your pyramid the right side up. And I'm going to talk about ProVitality as we go along, because it is part of the solution to our weight management program. And we are saying that the first thing is that you need to get what we call cellular nutrition. Because of eating processed foods, our cells are like the left-hand side cell. They are hard. The cell membrane is not permeable. Very little food goes in, very little waste goes out. And because of that, we call the first cell a sick and tired cell. And the thing about cells is that they multiply. And no wonder by the time you're in your 50s and 60s, they multiply so much that you can only end up sick and tired. But if you eat right, especially whole grains, you get the other next cell where food is going in and waste is going out, and you can just be full of energy. You can wake up healthy and energized, and you can sleep when you're still having your health. In fact, somebody said, the state in which you sleep is the state in which you wake up. And so no wonder many people go to bed tired and they wake up tired. So that first product that is green there, we call it 3NN, is the one that is responsible for opening up your cells so that food can go in and waste can go out. As I said, I'll discuss that ProVitality pack just at a later stage as we move along. And that's our ProVitality pack. It's packed with 15 kilograms of whole grains, 36 kilos of raw fruits and vegetables, and it's got 10 servings of fish oil that we call omega-3. There are 30 sachets in that pack, and you need to take that pack so that you turn your pyramid up, the right side up, and so that you can be healthy. Now, we are saying that if you take that Pro Vitality pack, eat well, exercise, and we are saying supplement a good diet. Some people think that supplementation is to be taken with a bad diet. It will not work. You need to supplement a good diet, and then you need to exercise and get good supplements, like the Neolife supplements. And like I said, I'll go through them in a little bit later. And we're saying that's how it should be. That red line, you should be vibrant until in your 80s, die because of age, not because you're suffering from anything. Now, what is needed for a weight loss successful program? An effective program, we said, needs a sustained change of lifestyle for exercise, healthy eating, and mindfulness. The state of your mind can also determine whether you're going to lose weight or not. So all those three go together. Now, what is the challenge of being underweight? Because you can be overweight and you can be underweight. Being underweight is just as serious as being overweight. In fact, sometimes being underweight is more serious than being overweight. We are saying you get a weakened immune system, slow wound healing, irregular heart rhythms, you've got a high risk of heart attack, lack of periods and infertility. In fact, when you're underweight, you will not even get a cycle because the body system, the brain is already telling the body there's not enough blood to even shed. You can also you can also have organic failure, very fragile bones, constantly fatigued, forever tired, and dizziness. So we are saying even underweight has got a challenge. What are the challenge of being overweight? You get heart challenges due to excess weight. The size of your heart is actually the size of your fist. So if there's all this big body, with a small heart trying to pump blood, you're going to get heart challenges. You can get arthritis where there's too much pressure on the joints because it's like the body is like a balloon and the bones have become as slim as a pin. And so it's like all this balloon being supported by a pin and it will just have to burst it. Then there's high blood pressure, which is very dangerous because it can give you clots, which are life-threatening. Then cancer, diabetes, infertility, especially for women, is linked to weight. And then low self-esteem and respiratory challenges. I don't know if you have ever talked to somebody overweight. The moment you mention weight, they're so upset because they're just thinking just that bulging part that you are talking about. And that is what we are saying. Those are the challenges of overweight. And I know you can relate with those illnesses because they're very current and they're occurring. And right now, even as we are in the pandemic season, they're saying if you've got any of these challenges, that the coronavirus is likely to affect you even worse because already your immunity is compromised. And I know you can see that. And some people say that they are fat because they've got their family has got big bones. I want to say I've never seen an overweight skeleton. From that figure, you can see there is nothing. All that other mass is just the body fat. And you can see how slim the skeleton is. So there are two things that affect our bodies. There's what we call inflammation, which is like a burning effect. And then we've got oxidation. So those two things are what make aging very fast: inflammation and oxidation. So what can we do? Number one, you need to know your body mass index. At your height, what weight should you be? And that is why when you go to a clinic for a doctor, they put you on the weighing scale, only that they're not telling you what they're doing. They're actually trying to see your body mass index. And people who are living in Nairobi, you really have no excuse. There are people who always go around saying 20 shillings for weight. Those guys are good. Go there. They need to have a receipt, and that receipt will show you at your height what weight should you be. So we are saying if your index is below 19, you're underweight. And we've already seen the challenges of being underweight. If it's between 19 and 25, then you're normal. So we are saying there's the minimum weight you should be, and there is the maximum. If it's between 25 and 29, you're overweight. If it's over 30, you're obese. From 29 up, actually from when it just goes beyond 25 towards 29, it's serious. It means that any of those challenges that we've talked about in the previous clip would actually come. So there are two ways you check your BMI. You could use the one that I've talked about, the index, or you could use what we call waist to hip ratio, which should be more 0.9 for men, and for women it should be less than 0.8. So you can use those two ways to check your BMI. So once you've known your BMI, that's how you know, am I a candidate for weight loss or weight gain? Because if you're underweight, you've got problems. If you're also overweight, you've got problems. And I'll be able to tell us the two. If you're underweight, what can you do? And if you're overweight, what can you do? Now, the big thing about obesity or being overweight, that is the one most people have concentrated on. It is a very, very costly thing. Number one, we are saying that people who are non-obese are more likely to, 24% are more likely to thrive financially. Can you imagine even weight has got a cost on your pocket? That's how bad it is. And then we are saying non-obese people, 22% are more likely to be thriving in physical well-being, meaning you can do anything, you can wake up when you want, sleep when you want, jump around. You basically have no physical challenge. And then we are saying that that weight is the leading cause of chronic diseases, the weight issue, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, and chronic respiratory challenges like having bronchitis, having asthma, things like those. Those are things that are related to weight. And then finally, the way you look and feel and your emotional well-being is actually affected by weight. It is so serious that when your weight, even when you go look for an outfit, nothing is fitting you. When people look at you, you just feel they're looking at the badging part, even if they were not looking at that. And I remember here in Kenya, when we use the public transport, they will tell you you're going to pay for 2 seats because you're occupying 2 seats and yet you're an individual just because of your weight. And you can see that's already a very big challenge. So on your self-esteem and emotional well-being, it's a terrible thing. Now, what is the problem? Where are we getting this weight issue from? We talked about refined food, and there is a blue line that you can see in the middle there. It's called a glycemic control zone. And then there's the red one or pink, depending on how you see it. Now, your body produces insulin, which is from an organ called the pancreas. And the pancreas only produces insulin if you've got high or low sugar levels. As long as your sugar level is within that control zone, then insulin does not need to be produced. But what happens to us? 8 a.m. you wake up, you're very hungry. You go take a cup of tea, put maybe 3-4 teaspoons of sugar, take your refined white bread, put margarine, and suddenly your sugar level has shot up beyond the control zone. So insulin is produced in overdose because the sugar level is too high. And because insulin has been produced too much, it lowers the sugar level to below the control zone. It's 10 o'clock. In Kenya here, you eat what we call a chapati, a mandazi, a sausage. Your sugar level again goes up. It is too much.
You're breaking off, Maggie.
Yes, please. Yes, Fred.
Now you're good. Now you're good. You had broken off.
Oh, I think it's my phone that rang. Sorry for that. Yeah, so it's now 12 o'clock. You go for your chips, your sausage, refined food. You take a soft drink. By the way, a soft drink has got up to 16 teaspoons of sugar. And your body cannot cope with more than 2 to 6. It cannot. So you're already having a problem with all the refined food you're eating. And so it is now 12 o'clock. You have overeaten, done it again. We call that a roller coaster. So with time, you know what, your body just packs up and you say, no, I've been trying to manage this sugar control issue and they keep on doing the wrong thing. So your pancreas packs and you can no longer get insulin. And so you have either to take tablets or inject yourself. Now, if your system is working well, your insulin control zone, as long as it's within the glycemic control zone, then that does not happen. High glycemic meals are food that put sugar into your system very fast, and they're usually refined foods. Whereas the controlled glycemic ones are the ones that put sugar into your body slowly, and they're usually the whole meal foods, the ones that have got a bad taste. Most of the time, they don't taste well, they don't look good, but those are the correct foods. The word glycemic is 2 words in one. The GLY is glucose, and semic is blood. So we are saying that you need to control the blood in the sugar levels in your blood. That's why we call it glycemic control zone. So our products will address this issue. And our weight loss program is written GR2 or GR squared. You could be having a weight issue, and just by getting rid of the weight, you realize if you had pressure, it goes. If you probably had diabetes because of the sugar issue, it goes. If you had a problem with the knees and joints, that goes. And it's because it gives you other exponential benefits. That's why we call it GR2 or GR squared. It gives you more benefits than what you are going for. So when you eat high glycemic foods, you change the body system. When we eat, food should be eaten, then stored. When you need energy, the food should burn to give you energy. But when you eat high glycemic food, that formula changes. You put direct sugar into your system, and so the fat that should have burnt to give you energy does not burn because you've already given your body direct energy, and so the body goes into storage mode. So instead of the fat burning, more fat is getting stored. So all that excess sugar you're seeing at the top, the body can only store it in form of fat. And I know that people get fat from different parts. If you're women, we usually get it on the bust, on the port, the stomach, on our thighs, and our backside. For men, they tend to get their weight stored on the neck and even on their belly and on the foot sides. And I know people keep on saying, maybe I just only want to cut out the stomach, I only want to cut out the belly, or my backside, or my hips, or my thighs. The thing is that your body is like a store. When you open a store where there is space is where you store things. So despite that you only want to get rid of one area, you need to do the total weight program, because the place where that storage has happened happens to just be where there is space. And so before you go into this weight program, there are some measurements you need to take. You need to take a measurement of your bust, your hips, your upper arm, your thigh, and then all those need to be taken, and plus your kilos. Because our weight program works in two ways. You're going to lose what we call inches, which is the fat where all this sugar is put, and then you're also going to lose kilos. So our weight program works on both. It works on inches and on the kgs, because that is how fat is stored. One of the products we highly recommend is the Neolife shake. And that Neolife shake actually controls that glycemic response. It's got that technology to support normal sugar levels in your body. And that's why that Neolife shake is there. So it is an excellent product. It's got 18 grams of complete protein, 5 grams of fiber, 25 vitamins and minerals, and only 160 calories. It has no artificial colors, sweeteners, or preservatives, and it promotes maximum fat burning. So we need that product. An excellent product comes in 3 flavors. You can take vanilla, chocolate, or the berries. So you can see that is actually what that GR, the weight program, that the Neolife shake, that is actually what it does. So it controls sugar levels in the blood. And it has been clinically proven. We are not just saying things that are there in the air. It's been proven to assist in weight loss, reduce body fat and body size, cardioprotective, because we said the heart can misfunction because of weight, and then lowered body mass index, because you need to control the body mass index. Then there is the Pro Vitality Pack that I said I'll talk about later. This product has been recommended by leading health authorities. And you can see some of the bodies there, the CDC, that is Center for Disease Control of the US, the World Health Organization, American Heart Association. These are people who are known to be leading in nutrition and health, and they have recommended that you do need this product. That product, what can it do? It's got something that gives you immunity boost called carotenoid complex. And the carotenoid in that product is a wow thing, because just 20 days of taking carotenoid product, 3 days, 3 tablets, 3 capsules a day, boosts your immunity by 37%. That's very high. And in 90 days, it goes to 75%. That's great, great immunity. Carotenoid is an anti-aging. It will improve your immunity. It will give you cellular energy. It has got heart health. It helps the heart to function. It helps the brain reduce the aging process of the brain and the cells by 44%. So if you wanted to look younger for longer, this is the product to key it on. And then it helps the hair, skin, and nails. That should be very good for the ladies, because they're always looking for something that can help with the hair, the skin, and the nails. That's the product for you. So it comes in a sachets, 30 of them in there. It's got 4 products. The first one is the TreeNN, which is a whole grain, opens up the cells so that everything you take can go into the cells. The second one is the carotenoid, that is brownish. And the carotenoid, we said, boosts immunity. Then the omega-3 fish oil is the one that works on the heart, the eyes, and the joints. It's also an anti-inflammatory. And then the multivitamin. So all those products are packed all together in that pack called Pro Vitality. So it gives you energy. For the distributors, Pro Vitality stands for PV. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I know the distributors on the call understand. That's why that product got its name. So that when you think PV, you think Pro Vitality. And that's how you do your meal. So your meal you do in the morning, you breakfast, you take your Neolife shake and Pro Vitality. And then at midday, which is at about 10 o'clock, 10, 11, you do what we call the Neolife tea and a healthy snack. There they've shown an energy bar, Neolife bar. We don't have it in East Africa. because in East Africa, we don't allow products that only expire in 6 months. So it's found in South Africa, but you can do your Neolife tea and a snack. At lunchtime, you just do the shake. In the afternoon at about 4 to 5, you do a snack again with the Neolife tea. And then in the evening, you eat a healthy meal. If you look at that plate on the right-hand side, half the plate is fruits and vegetables. And then a healthy meal, you can see that is a white meat. We recommend white meat, or you can do plant protein. That is how you're supposed to eat. So our weight loss program, you eat 5 times a day, but you lose the weight. You know why? Some people go on starvation, and so when they have starved, they don't lose the weight. But believe you me, the day you start eating, all the weight plus what you didn't have comes back. You know why? Because though you're starving, your eyes are functioning, your heart is functioning, your kidneys are functioning, your liver, which needs energy. So when you don't eat, the brain sends messages to the body and says, you know what, the day they eat, we must stop everything and burn nothing, because we don't know when the starvation mode will come back again. And that's why not eating is not a solution. You need to eat healthy. And the regular meals are to ensure that you've got what we call a good metabolism. The rate at which food burns to give you energy, we call that metabolism. So when you take too long between your meals, you slow down your metabolism system. And so you're always feeling full like forever, you're never hungry. It's because you're not eating regular meals. So you need to eat regular meals in between the day. I know you remember that in school, we used to have a break at 10 o'clock and at 4 o'clock. But most of us thought it was for playing and go to jump out. They actually meant that we throw in something into our system. That is the Neolife tea. Neolife tea, a wonderful product, helps with brain function, alertness, concentration, a good brain. Like I said, you need a good mind even to lose weight. It burns the fat. Remember I said our weight loss program, you lose kilos and fat. This is actually a fat burner. And as you take it, it burns the fat and converts that fat into energy. And that's why when you're on the instant tea, the Neolife tea, you find you're energetic throughout the day, because some programs that have weight, they make you feel so lethargic. You literally have no energy. But ours, because it's healthy, you're going to have energy throughout the day. A wonderful, wonderful drink. You can take it hot or cold. It's got green tea, which has been proved to have antioxidants, and antioxidants protect our cells from aging and also from getting things like cancer. An excellent, excellent product. And you can put some lemon in it. So it's a wonderful, wonderful drink. Oh, I love the Neolife tea because you can take it even throughout the day. But when you take it at about 10 o'clock and at about 4 o'clock with a snack, your body system will just start burning the fat and converting it to energy. And like we said, it's got green, it's got black and white teas. I know most people are used to only green. Here we've got white and black tea. Can you imagine from this product? And so it promotes instant energy, fat burning, and efficient metabolism. Remember I talked about metabolism. If your body is not burning food quickly enough to give you energy, then you've got a slow metabolism. And those are the things that that product has got. It enhances cellular energy, mental alertness and well-being. It's also got ginseng there and other roots that are there. And then it is naturally flavored and sweetened. You can put a lemon, like I said, or a drop of honey. There's nothing artificial in it. It only gives you 5 calories per serving. Other products that you can add if you just want to make that weight program a little bit fast is fiber tablets. And what fiber tablets do is that they reduce the space in your stomach, because we tend to eat until we are full. We don't eat until we are satisfied. Eating until you're satisfied is when you eat and the hunger is no longer there. Eating up to when you're full is when you feel there is no more space left in your stomach. And most of us eat until we feel we are full. So fiber tablets, their work is to regulate how much you can eat. Usually you take the 4 tablets. For me, I took them especially before supper, 4 tablets, half an hour before supper with a glass of water. If you got the fiber tablets and put them in a glass of water, it will fill halfway, the whole glass. So there's only very little space for you left for you to be able to eat. And it promotes intestinal function, because if your colon is not working well, you're not eliminating well, and that could add on to the weight. It also contributes to a pleasant feeling of fullness when taken with a full glass of water prior to a meal. And the other thing I discovered that it reduces hunger pangs. There are people in the morning, they are too hungry, so they want to eat anything to get rid of this hunger. Actually, with fiber tablets, you can decide even what time to eat your breakfast, because it's now not about the hunger pangs. It's actually that you can make a decision on your own. And then, like we said, it is beneficial in weight management. It also cleans the colon, an excellent product. And our fiber product has got both insoluble and soluble. Soluble is from the light fruits and vegetables, the ones that break in easily. And then the insoluble is one from the harder things like some fruits which have got a very difficult cover to digest. So ours has got both soluble and insoluble, and you usually need the two. And then it's like we said, 4 tablets, half an hour before your main meal. Another product that could be of benefit, because we said the sugar issue, that weight is a sugar issue, is our newest product in the market, Botanical Balance, that is helping, made from just spices, helping to control sugar levels. And like we said, that it is such a wonderful product because it helps that insulin sensitivity is there. Some people, the insulin sensitivity is not there, so the insulin is not even working well. And so it helps to control the sugar levels. And once we control the sugar levels, then we can control the weight. You could also add another product at bedtime, 3 hours after your last meal, called Amitone. Amitone almost does the work of the Neolife tea, only that the Neolife tea does it during the day. Amitone works while you sleep. And you should take it 2 to 3 hours after your last meal, because if you take it immediately after you eat, then it means it will burn the food and leave all the fat there. So when you use the Amitone, it tones up the muscles, it helps with efficient metabolism, muscle retention, because the people lose weight and everything just goes flat. And then it also helps to develop lean tissue and overall body toning. Because if you don't tone your body, it means the space that had been occupied by fat becomes a sagging skin. And you've seen some people who lose weight and they've got sagging skin everywhere, not the stomach, not the arms. They just have sagging skin everywhere. And then it helps you to sleep very, very well. So it is an excellent product for toning up your body. And also for the men, it helps with men's sperm count. I must just mention that because some men are not able to impregnate a woman because their sperm count is very, very low. So for men who've got challenges with sperm count, this is the product for you. It will increase your sperm count. And those are some of testimonies of people who have done the weight program. Look at them, looking nice. And I don't know if you notice the man, especially on the right hand, even how you look, how you feel, man is different, it's just different. And there I am. That was me before. I actually look like I'm some months pregnant. In fact, the day I decided to go on the weight program, we went to church and a friend congratulated my husband and he came and said, you know, I've been congratulated. And I said, for what? And he said, they're thinking we're having a baby. And I just looked at myself and I said, one of these days, my husband will be asked when his mother is going home because I've just become another size. And so after 6 months of taking the program, exercising and a very good diet, that is me after that. And so that is why I can talk with authority that actually the products do actually work. And so I want to say that it is a great program. We are not in a trial and error thing. We are saying that thing actually does work. What you need to do is, are you going to work it? You have to follow the rules. You have to take your 5 meals every day. You've got to exercise. You've got to drink your water. Just 2 things I want to say as I wind up. If you've got a weight loss, a weight challenge, you're underweight, then you need to take what we call a daily vitality pack, which has got all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs, including vitamin B complex, very good for weight addition. And then you need to take NutriShake. NutriShake, daily vitality pack, and your NutriShake will get you back on your weight. And I'm talking about it because when I lost my daughter, I also had a challenge. I became extremely small. I think I moved from a size 14 to about a size 10. And so I have used the products both to gain weight and to lose weight. And I think I want to stop there because I can see our time is running out, though we started a little bit late. And I think I want to take it back to Fred in case there's a question or 2 that we can tackle. But I want to say these products are exceptional. They're GMO free. They've got no additives or preservatives. They support the 6 stages of nutrition. You know a product is natural if it supports all the 6 stages of nutrition. Your body goes through 6 stages. Diet, when you eat, digestion, absorption, circulation, absorption, assimilation, then elimination. If something is not supporting those 6 stages, it is not a good supplement for you. Finally, I want to say, I know people say that these products are expensive, but I want to say expensive compared to what? Your health right now, you need to know, is an investment. The same way you invest and buy a good phone, you buy a nice handbag for us ladies, we spend even 10,000 in a salon. The same way you invest and pay millions for a house or a car or a good thing is the same way you need to invest in your health. And I want to say at this point that health is your greatest investment. And when you have your health right, when you get your wealth, you'll get to keep the 2. Because if we have a system where we get wealth first, then we start looking for the health and we lose both. So we are saying, look after your health first so that when you get your wealth, you can keep the two. I think I want to stop there. Thank you very much for sharing with me this afternoon. And I hope that a word I've said or something I've shared will be of value to you. Thank you very much. Fred, I want to hand over back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. As usual, very, very thorough work. Excellent presentation. I've also learned one or two things. Quite amazing. I like the research you have done, and the delivery was just excellent. Now, for the guests, I just want to mention that we will answer one or two questions. But before we answer questions, one thing that I want to say is that you have a choice the way you want to engage with Neolife. You can buy these products from the person who invited you. So the person who invited you can access these products and help you to get them. So if you need the items, that's the way you go. Or you can join and become a distributor and access these products at wholesale price. You find that if you get in and become a distributor, you get between 15 to 30% discount on the Neolife product. So for me, I always say it is better to get in and buy for yourself, save some money. And as you lose weight, you'll find yourself getting into business by accident, because people are going to ask you, what did you do? And you'll share with them your story, and then you can be able to help them to access the products. So by so doing, you'll be joining us in our mission to make the world a healthier and happier place, and making a positive difference in people's lives. Yeah. And once you become a distributor as well, becoming a distributor is easy. The person who invited you will advise you, but it can cost even less than $100, less than 10,000 shillings to get started. And you're already in and you're building a business. And many people join our business because of health, and then later they build a business out of it. And it can also happen for you. And there are many other benefits in the business, not just the health part. I mentioned earlier that I do this business on a full-time basis. I've enjoyed the money. I've enjoyed a lot of travel. Let me tell you, the travel is amazing. I've traveled to more than 20 destinations with Neolife. So US, UK, Mexico, Mauritius, you name it. And Maggie as well, we've traveled together. So there are other benefits other than just the products. And that's why I say when you get involved, it's a total value opportunity. Of course, once you get in, you're the one who decides whether you want to do the business or you just want to be buying for yourself. So that is very, very important. So there was a question on the call. Somebody was asking how they can be able to lose, which products to use. They're the basic products that you can use, which Maggie talked about. Maybe Maggie, you can give them just the basic, if the most basic program that one can be able to use to lose weight.
Is Get Pro Vitality, Get Pro Vitality, the Neolife Shake, and the Neolife Tea. That's like the very basic you can do. But if you can't do that, then you can actually use the Amitone and fiber tablets. But if you do the Amitone and fiber tablets, then the fiber tablets, the basic actually, the very minimum is Amitone, fiber tablets, and 3NN. And for fiber tablets, you might have to do up to 12 tablets a day, where you take 4 before each of your main meals. 4 before your breakfast, 4 before your lunch, 4 before your supper. Then at bedtime, you take the Amitone. And then I want to say that also fruits and vegetables help a lot. If you can do your fruits and vegetables like in the snack time with your Neolife tea. But there are 3 fruits you should not take. You shouldn't take a banana, a mango, and avocado, because they give you instant sugar. And we said when you get instant sugar, it makes the fat burning process, it reverses it into fat storage, not fat burning. And just to say that the people are asking where can they get the products, talk to the person who invited you, because there's somebody who sent you a link or sent you a message to be on this call. And wherever you are, we're in 55 markets. So whichever part of the world you're keying in from, the person who invited you is going to be able to assist you. Thank you very much, Fred.
Okay, thank you so much, Maggie, for that. And I think we are going to stop there because of time. And just to say that Neolife is a company that deals with honesty and integrity. So just like Maggie said, if you need the products, talk to the person who invited you. Don't talk to anybody that you may have met on the call, but talk to the person who invited you. He'll be able to help you access the products and he will also be able to show you how you can partner with Neolife. Otherwise, it was great talking to you guys. We are going to stop it there. See you next time. Next Sunday, we'll be having another topic, but we'll also be discussing about health, and we'll be having a special speaker coming to talk to us. So Maggie, thank you so much for being on the call and just giving us a very nice talk. I don't know that you have a parting shot for our guests as we finish.
I just want to say that you either take food as medicine, or one day you have to take medicine as food. So you've got a choice. You've got a choice right there. And there is no better time to get started on your health than now. I think that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Fantastic. So that is it on our side. Have a blessed afternoon. I wish you all the best. Have a great month of May. And let's see each other tomorrow at the warehouse as we finish the month. Thank you and God bless you all. Remember, tomorrow evening, if you're interested in the business part of it, we'll be having a presentation at 8 o'clock with Pascal Olo. So you can come in and get to hear the whole presentation. Thank you and God bless.